Hey guys, it's Mark Hutcheson, usually coming to y'all live from Greenville, South Carolina. Tonight is actually coming to you live, delayed by like 3 hours from the North Georgia mountains, back in my neck of the woods where I grew up. We did a little last minute getaway over the weekend. Came over here to watch Georgia whoop up on the Florida Gators. And then per par for the course for our family, last night we were supposed to have our last night, check out and go home this morning, back in the land of civilization and internet. And my wife and my daughters come to me and say, Dad, can we please stay? Well, my wife didn't say that. My daughters did. Dad, can we please stay one more night? Please, please, please. And yeah, so we're still here. So we stayed another night, and that happens a lot. And when I said yes, I completely forgot that I was supposed to host this call tonight. And the problem is they do have internet, but it ain't like your internet. We can't really FaceTime. Calls constantly drop. It's pretty pathetic up here if you're trying to stay in service and stay in touch with people. The good news is you get to spend a lot of time just focusing on family. And I mean, we're literally out in the middle of nowhere. Occasionally you'll hear a car go by here and there, but it's been great. Today has been a typical fall, chilly, drizzly, just perfect day. And this place we're staying at has this pretty sweet ass outdoor fireplace and this huge ass screened in porch area. So that's where we've been spending a lot of our time, fighting this cool fall chill. Nonetheless, didn't want to forget about the call tonight and the topic. And so Aaron and I were conniving on, hey, how are we going to make this thing work, since I'm low on internet service and don't want to deal with frustrations or drop calls. So we're doing it this way. I am going to be talking tonight about the topic of conversation, and then it's going to be aired tonight when y'all watch this at 9 o'clock Eastern time. It's almost 6 o'clock my time, being recorded right now on November the 4th. So we're all same day, same current events. Get out and vote, be a good citizen, and love whoever your neighbors are if they don't vote the same way you do. Anyway, I'm going to keep this real short due to the circumstances and due to good discipline on keeping it short like I need to. The topic tonight, and we do this about this time every year, is how to sell, how to produce during the holiday season. How do you go out and personally sell life insurance? How do you run normal business during a busy holiday season? The big myth, especially in the insurance industry, the big myth is that during the holiday season, people don't buy insurance. You will hear that from most insurance agents that you talk to, and I'm just going to tell you right now, that's just a big myth. It's really, the reality is it's an excuse for agents to not go work. It's an excuse for them to be lazy. It's an excuse for them to take time off. And I see it every single year. Agents that shouldn't be taking that time off or taking that time out, or taking that time off, and they're doing it with the excuse that people don't buy insurance during the holiday season. Let me be very clear. People buy insurance during the holiday season. And we're going to talk about a few reasons as to why people buy. And I want you to keep these reasons in mind as you go through these next couple months, and keep those reasons in mind, understanding that, yeah, people do buy insurance during the holiday season. The question is, are you going to go help them get it? Or are you going to buy into the myth, buy into the BS excuse, and let that be your reason as to why you stayed broke through the holiday season? Think about that for a minute. I don't like being broke at all. I especially don't like being broke during the holiday season. So, hey baby, my food just got home. That was my wife and kids, not the delivery driver. People do buy insurance during the holiday season. 100% they do. Here's why. First reason, number one, why people buy life insurance during the holiday season. They're home. They are home. How many times you run appointments during the year, you call it a book, and people say, oh, we're busy, we're just, our schedules don't meet, I work in the morning, she works night shift, we never see each other, we're never home, call us, in a few months, whatever, call us around the holidays, whatever. During the holiday season, people are home. if you have ever, well, let's be real, most of us have come from some sort of job, some sort of employment, and one of the limiting factors in a job is you don't get to decide when you work. Most of us that have had a job were told, hey, you got to be here. Sorry, there's a little fly or something that is all over me right now. There's the, you've got a job, you've got time off, PTO, and for most people, it's a couple weeks at most. It's funny because one of my sisters who's been in the banking industry for almost 30 years now, and she's built up, I want to say 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks of vacation. So a month and a half off in a 12-month work period, like that's pretty good. She's been there 30 years to build that up. And I just remember thinking when I worked a day job, an 8 to 5, and I had only certain amounts of holiday time and PTO, I remember every single year thinking, okay, I got to save up. I got to, push it towards the end of the year, save it for the end of the year, because I want that time off during the holiday season. I want to be with family. I want to travel. I want to do stuff. And even as a single person at the time, I still knew that I wanted to have that time off to do what I wanted to do and just kind of have a big, long, like holiday, festive break, whatever, and then hit it hard when the new year started with all new goals and shit, right? So I remember stashing that holiday time away, that PTO away towards the end of the year. And it's like, how many of us in a job have, like, that's one of the things we have to factor in when we're planning, especially if you're married, got kids, and you're having to think through visiting their family and my family, kids' holidays, school schedules, all that stuff comes into play, and you have to think through how much time off do we need towards the end of the year. Okay, I have this many weeks. How many weeks do you have? Okay, let's make sure we allot a couple weeks, whatever it is. But the reality is that's what people do. A lot of people, they want to be home for the holidays. Like if you can say, hey, what's more important to you, taking, a bunch of vacation time earlier in the year, or having a chunk of days off at home in the holiday season, a lot of people are going to prefer that. And that's going to come in points number 2 or 3 here in a minute as to why people buy life insurance during the holiday season. So people are home. They've socked their time away. They want to be home. They want to be with family. And it's easy for us to buy into the excuse that people give. Like one of the biggest objections you're going to get during the holiday season when you go to book the appointment is you're going to get, oh, we're busy right now. We're busy. We already know the holiday season's busy. I mean, we're talking like prepping for Thanksgiving. You can go back as far as Halloween if you want, fine, whatever. But we're talking all the Thanksgiving prep and travel. And man, you got barely time to clean up and get home from that before it's like, here we go with Christmas travel and being with family or, the other person's family, the other spouse's family, whatever. And it's just nonstop, go, 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 go. So yeah, people are extremely busy, but like I said, a lot of them are home or their time off. So even though they're home, their time off, they're busy. And that's the excuse they're going to give because that's just their mindset. Holiday's a busy season. When they give you that excuse, I'm going to show you at the tail end of this is kind of how to go ahead or how to prevent that excuse from coming up. But at the end of the day, people are home. So they're busy, but they're home. And so that's the number one reason why you sell insurance during the holiday season is because people are home. The number 2 reason is because people have family on their mind. I said, number 2 reasons following with that, they want to be with family. They're planning their schedule around their family's activities and what their family's going to do during the holiday season. Think about this. This holiday season is going to look brand new for a lot of people because people have lost significant family members. It's going to look incredibly different because, hey, the traditions that we used to have with me, mom, grandma, Nina, whatever you call grandma or grandpa who's not here anymore. Maybe a young uncle or aunt or cousin or somebody that passed away in a tragic accident, they're not here anymore. So yeah, they're with family, but it for a lot of people, family looks different this time of year because it's not the same as it's been, and that nostalgia is just memories now. It's like there's an empty chair, there's an empty spot, like life looks different now. And that's the reality that people are going to experience as they go see family again at this time of year, as they're traveling to be with family or they're home and they have family coming to them. Like there's a lot of people where it's different. You already know where I'm going to go with that the fact that people have passed away, like ding, ding, ding. I mean, that is just another thing that settles into people's mind, is the reality that, hey, grandma's not here anymore. Grandpa's not here anymore. You know, he passed away back in October or back in March, and we had to bury him. And you know what? He had insurance in place. All that was taken care of. Or I remember the struggle. You know, man, it led to some family arguments because some people wouldn't chip in to help bury Grandpa. And I hope that none of y'all have to deal with that on a personal level this time of year amongst you, your friends, your family. But that's going to be a lot of people's reality this year with their family, is who's not there. And when they have that memory, or they have all those memories and looking at that empty chair or whatever, like, you can 100% guarantee if they did not have life insurance and that family went through some financial hell when that happened, you can 100% guarantee that is going to come, that's an association with those memories that is coming back to them during that holiday season, during those moments. And the good news is we have an option or an opportunity to help make sure that's not the case for future holidays for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the chance to say, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to help these people even during this holiday season, so that if their holiday season next year looks different, like it is going to for a lot of people this year, man, to still know I had a part in helping make sure that that was taken care of, and making sure that when grandma or grandpa passed away, whoever it was, their family didn't have those bad financial memories. They didn't have to associate automatically, oh, grandma and grandpa's not here anymore. Oh man, the hell we went through several months ago, and just some family strains, relationships that are strained now due to that. I mean, it's just, it would numb you, the stories that I personally have seen in the 13, 14 years that I've been doing this business, and just the way, the lack of insurance, the financial struggles that people have, and just the family relationships that have been severed, you know, just even over that. But again, it's a reality. Some of you on this call may very well be thinking through, yeah, man, holiday season's coming up, and this significant loved one's not going to be there this year, and they were a huge part of our holiday, you know, memories and holiday past. So again, people are with families, but that may look different for a lot of people. There's people that are no longer here with them. Because people are with family, reason number 3 is people are in a giving mood. People are feeling the festivities, the spirit of Christmas, the giving. It's something that's always associated with, you know, with the Christmas festivities and things, is just being in a spirit of giving, and you know, that's normal. It's all well and good. I mean, we're all going to process that and deal with that. And as part of that is the desire to make sure, hey, maybe some of the gifts I give are tangible, you know, things that people can experience with their senses, but maybe there's gifts there that are intangible, gifts like life insurance, you know, gifts that families, and I mean, we've got multiple carriers that have incredible products available for especially children's whole life. But I mean, people are in the spirit of giving. So not only are they wanting to, hey, give gifts of, hey, making sure my kids are covered or grandkids are covered, but just the thought of, hey, when I pass, knowing that that's a reality, it's going to happen at one point, you know, at the end of my life, I want to give and make sure that what I have is given and be able to bless my kids, my descendants, my family, whatever, my charities, my church, you know, you name it. It's that spirit of giving that people are in during those holiday seasons. And that's a third reason why people buy insurance during the holidays. They're in that giving spirit. Here's another reason that I didn't learn until a couple years ago. Did you know that the end of November through the first week of January, so those six or 7 weeks, statistically, that period of time in a year is going to see more deaths than any other period of time throughout the year. The holiday season, statistically, 5 to 6% higher amount of deaths than any other time of the year. And there's a ton of factors for that. I'm not going to go down a big rabbit hole on those, but just things as simple as, hey, healthcare, doctors, nurses, well, they're working, they've got PTO, they've got jobs, they've got, holiday time off, whatever. Like a lot of them, like you and me, have banked up time towards the end of the year. They want to be home with family. They don't want to be in waiting rooms and operating rooms and shit. So they've taken their time off. So a lot of staffs, a lot of hospitals or a lot of hospitals and places are short staffed and missing the normal number of people that would be there to help. So that alone is going to dictate certain priorities when it comes to who comes in with certain health issues, whatever. So the medical industry, the service industry, all those people want to be off at home with their families during the holiday season as well. So they've taken time off. They're short staffed. Think about it. The holiday season is known for like indulging, food and drinks, alcohol, whatever. It's a time where it's like, oh, I've been working hard saving up for the end of the year because we know, hey, we're going to be going back to the pantries, back to the fridges, back to the, to the dish warmers and whatever, and taking those extra snacks, those extra bites. It's what we do. I mean, it's there. Why wouldn't we, right? So, there's a eating and alcohol thing at the end of the year that does affect, people's health or, sends people over the top in certain cases. And so you're going to have some health issues there that lead to eventually, death at some point in certain cases. And it's just like, regardless of why that's the reality is statistically people die more. Not die, you know what I'm saying? Like there's more deaths recorded during those 6-7 weeks than any other 6-7 week period throughout the year. And whatever those reasons are, that's a reality. That right there ought to encourage each one of us that have an insurance license to be thinking of, hey, since that is going to be a reality for somebody at some point in their life, let me go ahead and take care of that now to make sure that that's not their reality this holiday season or next holiday season, because I was able to get out there and take it care of. So understand that. I mean, there are more deaths that happen this time of year. The other thing too, I would say is there's, because there are people that are out there working when most of the industry has taken the holiday season off, people will set personal bests. They'll set personal records during the holiday season. That was true for me at one point. Probably about 8-9 years ago, I had already been one of NAA's top producers. And the way I liked it, and this is just me personally, so be very clear here, I'm not contradicting what I'm saying, I'm just going to tell you the way I did it. We all have that internal self-talk, and most of us, if you've been in insurance especially, know that at some point during your dial sessions, running appointments, whatever, there's that, I know I should be doing this, but I need to go take care of whatever X is, and X doesn't matter. You just are trying to get your mind off of what you should be doing and give you an excuse to delay it, right? Procrastination, whatever. So it's easy during the holiday season, going back to that excuse of people don't buy during the holiday season. They don't buy insurance during the holiday season. It's easy to use that as an excuse to just procrastinate and be like, all right, well, gonna get a few weeks off. But when you do that, if you thought that and internally you were like, I don't have the bank account to take a few weeks off, or man, if I take a few weeks off, things are not going to be pretty at the beginning of the year. If you've had that internal struggle, that's your like identifying factor of you don't need to be taken off during the holiday season, especially if you've got an insurance license and you've got the time and ability to go out and sell. People buy insurance during the holidays. So I figured that out real quick in the beginning. Hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go kick ass during the front part of the year, the whole, first 10 and a half months, 11 and a half months of the year. And then I want to be able to, like I used to kind of take my PTO and stash it all when I worked a job. My thought process is, hey, let me take the last few weeks of the year off, not completely, but just, hey, I'm not out, booking 10, 15, 20 appointments a week like I used to. I'm not going to do that the last few weeks of the year. I'm going to go kill it, get what's mine, and just during the holiday season, be able to spend more time traveling with my family, taking my wife and my kids places. And so that's been my mindset for the last however many years. Absolutely love it. That's what we still do to this day. But it's because in the beginning I fought through I really want to take this time off, but I know I should be working because otherwise my bank account won't be growing. I still got so what I knew at the beginning in the early stages of my insurance career was I just knew, hey, I'm going to go bust ass even during the holiday season. I'll still take off, the days I want, but I'm going to go bust ass during the holiday season because people buy insurance during the holidays. And I'll never forget, about 8 years ago, it was a couple years before I met my wife, a girl that I was dating at the time, we had been off and on a few times, and it was during Christmas time, and traditionally I had, again, taken all those weeks off and spent time, so at this point we weren't together, and I was just like, between Christmas and New Year's, that week that's just like, who knows what day it is, what time it is, like, I just know there's a shit ton of food and a shit ton of football, and it's in family's good, yeah. And it's like during that week where typically it would be football and family, it was like I was single at the time. This girl and I just broke up, and it was, what am I going to do? And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go, I'm instead of sitting around, I'm going to go sell insurance. I'm going to go run appointments. And the week between Christmas Day and New Year's Day, that week in between, I dialed on a Monday and I booked appointments for Tuesday and Wednesday. And I kid you not, you can go look at the numbers in my activity book. That Tuesday and Wednesday, I wrote $14,600 in business. The 2 days in between Christmas and New Year's, wrote $14,600 in business and closed out the month. At that time, it was my personal best month, just shy of 40 grand in a month. The month of December. Almost $40,000 in the month of December. And 14,600 of that came like on December 29th, 28th, 29th, 30th. People buy insurance during the holidays. They 100% buy insurance during the holidays. So go out and set your personal best, because remember, the rest of the industry ain't working because they're lazy and they've bought into the BS excuse that people don't buy insurance during the holidays. This doesn't have to be a factor for everybody, but for some people, maybe this is just a little, all right, let's go do it. Think about this. The rest of the industry's taken off. The rest of the industry's lethargic, sleeping, excuse making, whatever. The rest of the industry's taking time off. Go out and help these families. Go out and help these families for any of those reasons. Go set a personal best. Go do it because people are home. Go do it because people are with family. Go do it because people are in a giving mood. Go do it because people die more this time of year and you need to get to them before they start kicking the can. For whatever reason you go out and do it, know this: if you go out and you sell insurance during the holiday season, and for me, I consider that more Thanksgiving through New Year's. We do this a little early just to kind of help people get in the mindset. But if you will go out during those 5-6 weeks of the holiday season, which everybody considers the holiday season, and just go out and just keep doing what you're doing in your sales. Like, don't slack off, don't make excuses, don't buy into the major myth lie that people don't buy during the insurance during the holiday season. They absolutely do. But watch your numbers. Watch what you'll go out and set personal best. But for me, also, it was just the minority of agents go out and sell during the insurance season, or during the holiday season. It should be the insurance season. Because that's where insurance is just flowing left and right. I mean, you running out of pen ink, like, well, never mind. You're going to run out a lot of pen ink. Point being is people are buying insurance during the holiday season. And so to know that, hey, I'm in the minority. I went out and slated. I went out and wrote business. I went and put money in my bank account while the rest of the industry was taking the time off. Hey, I'm not like everybody else. We're not like everybody else. Like, we go out and we help families. We take care of families. That's what we do. The money takes care of itself. I promise you. That's why, when we're out vacationing in the middle of the woods in North Georgia and they want to stay some more time, we can stay some more time because we don't have a schedule, a work schedule. We don't have a 9 to 5. We don't have a limited PTO time that we're limited. We're able to go do what we want. We travel where we want. We vacation when we want, how we want. And I love that freedom and flexibility because of this awesome country and this awesome industry that we have. And so, tomorrow, here's the deal, guys, and I'll close with this. Tomorrow's election day. I'm staying out of the political side of this, but I will say this, like, you know, there's a natural, hey, what happens, tomorrow's gonna determine a lot of stuff, and I agree with you. We're gonna find out what all it determines and what all the effects it's gonna have. But know this, regardless of your political side or the political results, people are dying. They need their life insurance. We have the life insurance to give them, and we've got an industry where we can do it as much and however often as we want to, even during the holiday season when people are buying. All right? So regardless of what happens in the election tomorrow, there's two things that are true. And those two things are, one, there's still a God on the throne who's in control, and he determines who rules wherever, and he determines the hearts of those rulers as he sees fit. He's said it, he's very clear about it, and his word's been around longer than any of us. The second thing to remember is that as long as people are dying, they're going to need life insurance. So unless the election tomorrow determines where we can figure out how people ain't dying no more, then we can start worrying about our future and our career. That ain't happening tomorrow. No matter how you vote, that ain't happening. So people still need what we have. We're still going to be in an industry that you can print money because of that need, and know that that need is the same, if not greater, I would argue, during the holiday season. All right, 26 minutes. This might be my shortest phone call ever, but I'm going to keep it that way. And just know, guys, we're here to help any way we can. All of y'all know how to get in touch with us, but know this. I mean, and hear it from somebody that's been here 14 years in the business. People absolutely buy during the holiday season. They're home. They've got family on their mind. They're in a spirit of giving. They know whether they'll vocalize it, verbalize it, acknowledge it or not. I mean, they know that there's things, especially this time of year, as they send these cards, these leads, these responses online back, like that, because they've got family on their mind, because they are thinking through, hey, this looks different this year because of Christmas has gone by, Thanksgiving's gone by, and this person's no longer going to be here with us. Like, that stuff's on their mind. They're thinking about family and protecting family, taking care of family. They're thinking about family that have passed away. And as we said, the numbers are higher this time of year that people pass away. So for whatever reason, setting a personal best, just knowing, hey, the rest of the industry's taking time off, I'm going to go out and kick ass and slay it. For whatever reason, people are dying and they need what we have. All right? So during this holiday season, go help them. Go get yours. Go be a part of don't be a part of an industry that takes the whole season off. Go be that minority in the industry that goes out and kills it. And then let's be real here. Let's face it. At the end of the day, when it comes to our kids, our grandkids, our family that we care about, because we're in the spirit of giving, we want those gifts. We want to be Santa. We want whatever that's there, funded by your commissions that you make. However much you want to fund, however big you want to fund your kids' Christmases, your family's Christmases, that's all up to you and how much you want to go and get. But I'm telling you, it's out there. People buy insurance during the holiday season. All right, guys, love y'all, mean it. We're going to let y'all go a little early here tonight. But Aaron, thanks for hosting this. Guys, shoot a text to Aaron and Benet when you think about it. These two have been awesome, running behind the scenes, making sure all this stuff's set up. Everybody's got their issues met and resolved, especially on the technical side of things. So make sure y'all show them love. But guys, have a great holiday season and a Merry Christmas. And like I said, people are buying. Go out and help them.